Welcome to another NVIDIA Omniverse Twitch stream. We're going to be going today over Machinima, and we're going to be doing a segment called Soul You Think You Can Dance. I did not name it. I think it's funny, but we'll go with it. We're basically
Tons are fun.
Yeah, tons of fun. I'm Dane Johnston, the Machiniminator. And I also have Zach Tastic Bowman over here. We get to see his face this time. And we're going to walk through kind of making a sequence in Machinima, specifically around like a music video idea. So I think it was a week or two ago. I was kind of hanging out, and I was bored in a meeting. I was totally paying attention to that meeting deeply. And I started making a little music video with Soul, and kind of some of the things I learned when I was making that, kind of the issues that I ran into that we kind of walked through on this Twitch stream, go through kind of all of that stuff together. Before we dive in, I have some regularly scheduled announcements to make. Let me find my little sheet that I decided not to have up in front of me and prepared before we started.
Preparing is for losers.
Apparently. Yeah, so the big thing is that we will be at SIGGRAPH 2021. You can actually use a discount code, which is literally NVIDIA 21, and that will give you a free basic pass. We'll have some good sessions going up, but we're also going to be doing our first Omniverse user group at SIGGRAPH, which is kind of cool. We are I don't know, hashtag not sponsored. Yeah, that's right. We're not sponsoring SIGGRAPH. We're just letting you guys come hang out. And that user group is free. It's SIGGRAPH registration is not required and all that. So it'd be kind of just great to have as many people as we can kind of jump there. There you go. It looks like we just put it in the chat. So that's super helpful. I guess before we dive in, so I guess I could just show this little music video that I made, so we all can enjoy, and then we can walk in trying to make something similar. We're not going to do the same thing because that'd be boring. We'll do something fairly close. So let me switch over to my desktop. So that's Soul's music video. I don't know why I have this on top. I guess I like you, Zach. Yeah, so that was Soul's music video. He that was his house. Apparently, he's very modern in his aesthetics. So what we kind of did there is we had the Soul character that we shipped with Machinima. I have some. That was all the sequences and stuff like that were all stuff that we also shipped with Machinima. So this was out of the box using kind of the new version that we should be shipping out to everybody pretty soon here. So let me go ahead and let's switch to my desktop. There we go. So this is Machinima 2021.1.3, which I should be having out to everybody here pretty soon. It's got a couple different changes between this and the previous version. We now have this thing called the Keyframer, which will let you not only frame cameras like the camera animation tool, but you can also move around primitives and things like that and kind of get them animating and things. And then, that's one of the biggest features, but we also have some nicer stuff down here. Like we have multi-click drag support for the sequencer track, which I'll show as we get a little longer on. But I kind of wanted to first show you guys Soul's house, because it kind of shows off kind of the rendering quality you can get at a Machinima right now. So this is sample will be shipping soon. So I guess if you want to make your own soul music video, you'll have the ability to do that. So this is called the Casa, and it's just a really modern house. It's fully filled. We've got saw a sweet pool jacuzzi thing going on here. It's got a lot of nice assets in here too. A lot nicer than my crib. Do we use crib now? Is that even is that still an applicable word? I don't think so.
I mean, it looks okay. My house is still a little snazzier.
You got it all blurred.
That's why I have to blur the background.
You got blurred out just to stop us from drooling.
This is about the stream and not my house.
Couch looks comfy though. I think maybe we could we'll put Soul. It's because so in the previous video I had him chilling in the pool. Maybe we'll have him put in the couch or something like that instead. But yeah, so this is kind of a nice AAC example, and this is all real time path tracing, and it's pretty cool. All the reflections, you can actually see the not screen space, so you really get a real high quality image out of this. So I guess the first thing you got to do if you're going to do a music video is I do have to find my audio, confirm that that's working. So I'm going to do that. So let's see. It's today, July? Yeah.
Nope.
I think I have it under July.
July 21st.
J. Where'd I put my music? Stream July. I need to look at S. That'd be helpful. Stream July 21. All right, so I got that music. I'm going to go ahead and drag it into the stage. Two things to note right away. As you can see that big yellow line hanging out there. That's like the bounds of that audio clip because it is spatial. So I think if I'm back here and I hit play, yeah, I probably won't hear anything. And I didn't. So you can actually go in here and you can change your aural mode to non-spatial.
Aural mode.
And then I should. I'm just going to keep jamming. So that'll be a good way to kind of time our camera beats and music and all that type of stuff to it. I think the first thing I want to do is kind of set up a nice intro shot. So I'm just going to find a good spot that really shows off the casa. Ooh, in the grass. Look at that. Sorry, I should have used an uglier asset because I'm just going to sit here and stare at grass all day. Pretty. All right. Put it right about here. We'll go to Keyframer, and what we can do is we can do... actually, before I even get anywhere, I only got 100 frames of animation, so that's only, a little over 3 seconds. We should probably go for... Let's go like 2,500 frames or something like that.
Give yourself some room to work with.
Some room to work with. So we'll create a camera from this view, and now I've got a camera that I can also adjust the properties of. For fine grain movement, right? I like to use like the property widgets so I can really get it on the floor. I'm going to put a little bit of a rotation in it. Let's add a key there. You might notice a new button, auto key. It's pretty much exactly what you think it is. It lets me, so if I want to go to, let's see, how far should this camera motion go forward? Like 3-4 seconds? So, 3. Yeah, probably to like 60 frames. I can actually hit auto key. I'm going to move it to like right here. I'm going to twist my rotation, and it should. There you go. Now I've got garbage, worst camera move ever. Yeah, so that's the nice thing. It's actually updating that key now that I have auto key set. Way too fast. I can just drag it. Yeah. I'm going to probably have to turn that music off pretty soon, aren't I?
It's gonna start getting to you.
I was like, stop it. I'm done. So what's dangerous about auto key? Like, since this is kind of like tutorial session too. It's good to turn it off after if you're not in that mode, because otherwise you're gonna sit here like constantly destroying your keys. If you used auto key before, you know what's going on. So the next one I think was, I kind of want him chilling in his place. So I can do two things. I can either keep going with a single camera movement, which is totally acceptable. All right, we'll actually take this one camera and I'll roll it through the whole thing. Or like we showed on previous stream, I could use the sequencer, right? So I could actually sit there and do sequences. And my cat just knocked over a cup behind me. That little brat. So for now, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do that. I'm going to keep this one camera stream, and I'm going to roll with it kind of as long as I can, and just keep working inside the keyframer. So this is my last camera movement at 103. I'm going to go to 104, and I'm going to put it like right here. Let's remove some of that rotation. Make a key. I'm only going to go like 30 frames forward. You can take this little range slider. I want to get a little tighter, so I'm going to be working with some tight stuff here. Because what I'm going to want to do is, first off, I want to switch to linear, because I want this to be, straight camera movement. This was actually, I did that in the beginning when I had as a Bezier, and I want that linear as well, because this is all about like consistent pushes of motion. So I'm here at 104, and I'm going to go like 30 seconds forward, 30 frames forward. Beats are going to be something along those lines. I'm going to hit that frame just so I have it, and I'm going to move a little bit forward, twist it slightly. So if I don't have auto key on, I got to hit it again, and that'll update that key with that new position. Because after this frame, I'm going to want to do a quick, like, jump. I'm not a music video director, so I don't know what the technical term is for what I'm doing, but it looks cool. Because I'm gonna want to push it over here. Let's do a little bit of a twist that way. Kind of what I was looking for was, hey, it's moving forward. I'm going to hit a beat. I'm going to swing. And then I'm going to, so the movement I'm doing is wrong. So I actually should have swung the other way. So what I'll do is I'm going to copy this key, paste it, so I have it. Go to this key, copy it. Actually wanted to paste that key. Follow with me now. So I'm going to replace this first key over there. And I'm going to delete this key and move this to 160. Yeah, so now I'm pushing in and I'm pushing over. And then I want to make another one. This is where I was kind of like coming in at his face, which, hey, I don't have Soul yet. I guess I should have put him in the scene. Because then he's going to move forward into Soul's face.
He's gonna be a little important.
Yeah. So let's go get him real quick. I actually already put him in the scene. It's way ahead of you guys in that regard. So where's he at? Oh, what's up, Soul? Get out of my house. So I think for the first shot, I had him like right around here. I need to put him with like his arms crossed. Do we have a good animation for that already? Otherwise I can just pose him.
And I've been going through looking for these animations, but unfortunately I'm having trouble getting them to apply to my skeleton.
Noob. All right. I guess I'll have to show everybody in the world how to do it. Let's go back to camera shot. Yeah, he's about in the right spot. So that was kind of the first initial camera move, right? It's kind of like the setup camera move. Let's go ahead and watch that. Wonder if I can improve the quality of the stream. All right, this is where my noobness with Twitch takes over because it's showing up choppier on the stream. Well, just trust me that it looks great over here. I'll blame my upload bandwidth. That's what we'll blame it on.
We could maybe try to do a saved version after the stream sometime.
Oh yeah, there you go. But no, it's kind of nice. You can always scrub around. So we'll I'll drag Soul onto the timeline, and we'll let it make a clip real quick. There we go. Got a clip, and I'm gonna go. So where all these are is they're all on. If you've got a Nucleus server up and running under NVIDIA, so everybody gets this NVIDIA folder, right? And it's got all sorts of assets and materials and the whole 9 yards. Ooh, I forgot to turn Teams off. You probably all got a little ding. So I've got underneath this assets folder, Machinima. We've got NVIDIA Soul, characters. I've got Soul and Solette, which we're gonna bring Solette into this one. She didn't get a chance to jam out in the last one yet, so she'll have some fun on this one. And then I have a bunch of animations kind of under here. These animations are actually from the 3rd Soul video, and they're all in order. So you technically could recreate Soul 3 with everything I've given you. That's the one where they kind of both jump into the, I guess it's like a test shooting range or something, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
They start duking it out. So I'm gonna just drag in, and how this works is you just drag it onto this clip. We should get, as soon as it downloads, there we go. It's a little baby clip. I'm gonna go to the perspective camera so I can just check out these different animations I have with Soul. Again, you can use this range slider to kind of zoom in. He's just hanging out.
I think 1,000 is the one that it's a pretty long walk up.
Okay, cool. Don't know if I like 6,100. Let's check out 6,300. Ooh, not exciting either. Okay. You might. Oh yeah, right here. I like this. He's kind of like. He's got a little bit of a head beat. Yeah. So what I'll do is I don't want the whole thing because this is the shot where he gets kind of shot over his shoulder. Whoa! What'd you do? I want it at about 117. So I can actually go into the. If you click on the clip here, I should go into the asset clip. And I've got my start and end. So I want this clip to actually start at 117. Oh, nope. I've led you astray. That's the clip. I want the in source, 117. So that changes the start of the clip. Let me show that one more time. So before, the whole clip started at 0. It's about 227 frames long. If I go to 0 here and I change that to 117, I'm in fact cropping the beginning of the clip. That's kind of effectively what's going on there. So he's gonna, right when that camera's coming to him, he's gonna be like, yeah. Now, many future feature requests are already in the pipe, but this in the future will kind of automatically do this. It'll kind of show you where you are in the clip. We're getting there, people. We're getting there.
Getting there.
So let's see. He needs to be in the shot I get up here at about 106. Now I can just drag when his animation starts. Then I obviously need to move him. He's not in the right spot.
Had a real quick question out of the chat.
Yeah, what's up?
It says, seems similar to AE. Do these publish for VR? Does that mean are we able to record with VR for this?
So we can't do a stereo record yet. That's a really interesting idea, actually. And as a note, we do have future plans for VR and Omniverse as a whole. Stay tuned. It's very, very high on my mind. Me and Zach both worked on NVIDIA Holodeck, so I freaking love VR. But no, that's a great thought. We could, we'll put that in the future requests column for stereo capture.
Yeah, that'd be super sweet.
Yeah.
And then somebody else asked, how long did it take for you to make that little music video? That was during one of our meetings.
Yeah, it was about 2 hours. I'd say start to finish. So I was doing it. One thing that's really important to me as a developer, because I'm like the product owner, product manager of the tool, is that anytime I get a new build, I have to like try it, right, and like really try to use it, really try to understand what the bugs are and the workflow issues and all that stuff, so that preferably when someone who uses Machinima is like, man, it's really missing this feature, that my answer is like, yeah, I know. Like, I really want that feature too. And I can tell you right off the bat, the first thing I ran into when I was trying to make that music video is we currently don't display the waveform in Sequencer. So I was trying to time all these sweet camera moves to the beats and everything. And I was having to constantly like hit spacebar, spacebar over and over and over again to hear like where's the beat hitting. So that was like right away. I was like, guys, we gotta get the waveform into the sequencer. So I think we're gonna try to get that out for 2021.2.
Nice, that'd be awesome.
But yeah, you can see here now he's in here. He's going and he's got an animation to him. I don't have him facing the right way. That's not a big issue. I can just rotate him more. Put him where he needs to be. All right, do we dare hit play?
I dare.
All right, we're getting somewhere. This is again, what are you doing in my house moment.
You can see the storyboard coming together.
slowly. Let's see. Actually, we're at like 20. I might move a little faster here. So what was the next one? The next one was he was sitting in the pool, I believe. Now this is
a shot.
This is again, I like to show like the different possible workflows you guys can do. I could take this one soul and move him around like to all different shots, or I can duplicate them. I mean, it's really up to you. In this case, I think I'm gonna go duplicate and put him up there. Ooh. Yeah. All right. He shouldn't have an animation on him. Fair warning. My computer has been occasionally having, I think, my power supplies going out. So,
oh Lord.
So if I disappear, that's where I went. Let's hope that doesn't happen. I hit duplicate and I'm like, uh-oh, is my computer gone? Luckily, that was not the case.
Got to get you a fancy streaming box.
Yeah, I think that's the. If we keep doing this, I kind of need a dedicated streaming box or something like that. So I'm gonna put him in here. So I don't have an animation. Well, you know what? I do have an animation of him sitting down. Soul M, take a seat. So let's drag this guy in, wait for the clip to make, and Sol M take a seat. Let's move him into position. This was actually from a cinematic we didn't end up making, where he was kind of like in a spaceship or something.
Oh, before we did the crash scene for
Yeah.
RTX. Nice.
Oh my gosh, that's working out like actually surprisingly well. Is this couch got multiple pieces? So if it does, I could move around these pillows to kind of fit him. Oh, please be in multiple pieces. Yes! Victory! Okay.
Is it? Nice.
So, another thing I did here, T does model versus prim. So if I'm in model mode and I selected this, I get like the whole sofa. If I hit T, I will just get the individual components, which is really pretty cool. I am so glad I decided to put him in a couch instead. So let's get him so he's... You'll see the auto exposure kicking in. This stage was set up to be as like kind of physically accurate from a lighting perspective as we could get it. So yeah, I'm not like setting a manual exposure on the camera. I'm letting the native like kind of auto exposure set. You can turn that stuff on and off in render settings, post processing, and you'll actually see this auto exposure is checked. So I could turn that off right now and like manually. So I was probably getting annoying on the stream watching the watching it go up and down. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is he's just gonna have his little pillow on his lap. Just Sol's just listening to his music, having a good time. Sure. Yeah, there you go, buddy.
That's all he can do is listen to music.
Yeah, he's
with his
listening
couch.
to he's listening to his jams. So when's that's like? Yeah, okay, that's good. I'm gonna clip this down real quick. When's he stop? He stops right about here. I'm gonna go right there. Let's go back to my camera. I gotta move that camera up here, right? So go to Keyframer again. It is set to use selection. I don't have the camera selected right now, so I can actually hit lock to viewport, and it's gonna select whatever camera I'm looking at in the viewport, which is kind of handy. Boom. All right, so then we're going to go up to 189. Key. I'm going to try to auto key this. Try that kind of pan and twist movement again as he's sitting down, and then I'll do a jump cut to a little closer. I guess that was my artistic style for this video.
Jump cuts are hot right now.
They're really hot right now. Jump cuts, so hot right now. So he's... Oh yeah, it's like he's taking a nap. He had a busy day. So that's where my next jump cut has to happen. Like right there. I guess maybe go to the right a little bit, and then I'll slowly pan in on his face. Don't worry, we're gonna get to like making... I'm gonna put fire in the video still. Don't worry, everybody. It's still very high on my request list. Every video must have fire. And then we will go forward a frame again. And then we'll go another 30 or so. and I'll just twist him. I need to move his clip a bit. Oh yeah, he's going through. Excuse me.
Excuse me if you don't mind. I'm in a work meeting.
Yeah, I'm really busy right now. I'm listening to my jams. Yeah, I like this actually coming to about 167.
Yeah. It's a fun angle.
All right, let's go back to the beginning. Let's hit play. A little fast. I think this one was a little fast, wasn't it?
A little bit.
So I'm going to grab all these. I'm going to move them down. I'm going to put that to about 300, 270. Basically, I just want that one to be a little longer. Hey, it'd be helpful if I did the right one, right?
And another quick one out of chat. Any tips on working with Omniverse? Just started learning about it. We're going to be planning on doing these monthly, if not more frequent. We do have a lot of documentation on our YouTube channel. So yeah, get some of the content that we ship with. Just get in there. Marbles is fun to play with. Get that open and take a look at it and start tweaking it yourself.
Yeah, some other suggestions. There's a forum as well. So make sure to jump in on the forums. We're all tasked with like doing everything we can to monitor those forums and answer questions. And it's a good place for everybody to kind of go together and talk together. Not just us, but also other users. And then we also have a Discord, right, Zach?
We do.
Yeah, and that you can try to get some real-time feedback.
Yep, and that's fairly active too. I see people typing in that daily. Questions covers a whole bunch of different suites and connectors, and yeah, it's a great place.
All right.
Somebody asked what are both of our favorite Machinima features.
Ooh.
I don't know if I'd consider it a Machinima feature, but like Omniverse as a whole, just that renderer is so incredible.
Yeah, that's a solid answer.
It's just incredible. Machinima specifically, we working alongside of it, right? We've seen it from the womb to its current iteration. So, having things like that, a timeline editor, the Keyframer, a lot of stuff's really neat and just helps you work a lot more efficiently.
Yeah, one of the really cool things that we didn't talk about too much is is that the whole USD backend, and I don't even show them in this Machinima stuff yet. We'll show it in. Actually, this is a good segue. We're planning on showing that in the next Machinima video. Is a lot more of this kind of remote collaboration stuff. So we couldn't get it together for today. I ended up having one of my key team members was on PTO, so I was like, "Oh man, I would love to have you jump in here." But I can work with all my team members across the globe, and it's like live and active. So next Machinima broadcast, what I'm wanting to show everybody is that idea of like I'm gonna have Johnny on my team with the live mocap streaming into my scene. And I'll try to take video of it and stuff like that. So we'll kind of do this again, like make a sequence, but I want to do it with live acting. And
yeah, that'd be super sweet.
There's no real setup required because Nucleus is like naturally collaborative, right? You can always be live whenever you want to. You don't have to like join a server like if you think of a video game, right? Like you gotta like set up a server, join a server type of thing. As soon as you guys are collaborating on the same Nucleus, whatever stage you go to, like you don't have to it just works. Yeah, I jump into a stage, I edit, I jump out. Like it's very freeing as an artist that you can do that.
It's a good one. You would probably be able to elaborate more than me. Is Omniverse and Machinima separate softwares?
Ooh, that is a good one. That's a good question.
It's tricky.
Now this actually sounds like a good break to talk about that stuff. Machinima is built upon Kit. Kit is like our underlying application. So we've got this big ecosystem, right? So we've got Nucleus, which is our, for lack of a better term, is our server, right? It's like our content server, which lets you. Here, we'll go to turn your camera on, Zach. We'll have talk time.
All right, it's chat time.
Yeah, it's a coffee talk.
Coffee talk.
There we go. Let my computer cool down for a second. It is summer. Yeah, so you know, Omniverse and Machinima, they're part of this big ecosystem, and it's got kind of some few main parts, which are all built upon USD. Right, so we've got our Nucleus server, which kind of like sits in the center of it, and it sits there. You know, you send all your USDs to it, you send all your materials, your textures, and all that good stuff. On one corner, we have our connectors, which are all our, hey, I've got Max, I've got Maya, I've got UE4, I've got Blender, and I want to get my content in. And then over here, we've got Kit and the applications. So something that I'll go ahead and mention, if you're a longtime user, hey, go check this out. If you're a new user, you're already on it. But we just released a new version of Create 2021.3 in the open beta. And that's using the latest version of Kit. It's got a lot of cool features. It's actually more advanced than Machinima right now. Machinima's on Kit 101. So we have this kind of Kit core, which has all this cool crap. Right? It's got the RTX renderer. It's got our client library for communicating with Nucleus server. And it's the base. You build applications on top of that using extensions. Everything in Machinima is a Python extension that was written specifically for Machinima. And what we're doing with Machinima is we're basically working on that animation workflow, like how to make videos, how to do all that stuff. And we're putting them all together and making the workflow more visible and straightforward. All these extensions can be opened in Create as well. That's where it gets interesting. The newest Create has Sequencer and Keyframer in it too. So, which sounds weird, right? It's like, well, then why do you have two different applications? And it's just about workflow. So I can more custom tailor the Machinima application for an animation workflow. And that's how we're kind of experimenting with it right now. It's like, hey, let's try to give you guys different applications that do different things more specifically. We may change that philosophy in the future, and we might make one monolithic application which just has modes or something like that. That's all about how we evolve the platform with feedback from the community and from internally. But that's kind of how it works right now. So anything that you open in Machinima can be opened up in Create, can be opened up in Kit, can technically be opened up in Isaac Sim, and it's all across. It's all back and forth for whatever you want to do.
We want all of our stuff to hold hands and sing Kumbaya in the end.
That's exactly accurate. So when I think of, I'm sure all of our programmers, as they sit there and pound tears at the keyboards, are like, yeah, Kumbaya. That's what I do all day. All right, back to it. Where are we at?
Water cooler chat.
Look, it says coffee talk. It's not like copyrighted, right?
I hope not.
Saturday Night Live's not.
I'm sure some YouTubers have a channel called Coffee Talk.
Here's a topic. Omniverse. What does it mean to you? Discuss. Right. I'm sorry. I'll just make my videos and we'll get back to it. All right. So I've done these kind of cuts. Super exciting. Woohoo! Camera cuts. I think you guys have got it with camera cuts, right? Hey, check this out. You couldn't do this in a previous version. I can. Oh, look at that. They both move together.
Oh, snap.
I'm sorry. That was really exciting to me when we got that working.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nerd alert.
Also, you said you were going to use Solette, and you haven't used Solette.
You're right. You're right. All right, Soul, your time is over. We're gonna
Chat called you out. It's not my fault.
that's completely fair. All right, Solette is going to. She's gonna actually. We're gonna make her like a dance hall down here. She's pretty cool. So let's just do some. Let's just do some box modeling in here. So I got this cube. Drag it below the world and hit F. Hello.
Yeah, back to
And
basics.
I am going to make a little room. So let's make a little room. I really hope that I do a good job here and it shows off kind of what I want to show off, which was the cool thing. What you were talking about earlier, Zach, is just how neat the renderer is.
Oh, yeah.
Now, you know, the path tracing is not new by any stretch of the imagination. The speeds with which path tracing can be accomplished nowadays, that's very new, right? So, you know, I used to be in game dev, and I used to like do level design, all that type of stuff, and I can just remember doing lighting. I helped out briefly on Mirror's Edge, and with those guys out there with NVIDIA, and I got to check out how they did stuff. And I'm like, man, the lighting in that was some of the most beautiful lighting I've ever seen in my entire life. Boy, was, you know, that was 15 years ago. Boy, was it difficult to set up because everything, you know, wasn't really in real time. And now I can do so much in real time. So I'm in a blank room, right? Oh my gosh, I can't see. It's so dark. So I am going to light this purely. I'm going to go make it Omni PBR on here. We're going to do this purely by emissive. Be like,
our topic leads into another question. How does NVIDIA RTX render compare to the Unreal Engine one for cinematics rendering? Is Omniverse production ready?
Is Omniverse? I mean, the render itself is, to me, yes, I consider it production ready.
Some of the images, even from the contests we've had, and just stuff people have done, period, seeing the content that comes in and out of any of these Omniverse apps is really impressive.
I guess some of the that's a really hard question. Whoever said that,
yeah.
That's a really good question, and I both love you and highly dislike you for asking it. But the reason it's such a hard question is it has so many cool things going for it. Quality-wise, I definitely think it's there. It's got all the kind of your common effects that you can think of that you need to do rendering and all that. But what's really cool about it is its multi-GPU nature. So I'm only on a single GPU right now, but go to render settings, common. Maybe it's not under common. It's under here somewhere. But there's a multi-GPU option, which I'm not going to find right now, and I'm embarrassing the heck out of myself.
Maybe you could accelerate my feature request for searching the render panel.
That's a good one, Zach. You're funny. But yeah, so it's multi-GPU by nature. So I could throw 8, 16 GPUs at this, and you know, right now if I'm moving my screen around, the upper right-hand corner, you can see one SPP is being rendered constantly. Path tracing 1 of 64. Every GPU I add adds another number there, right? So I guess technically if you have 64, or 100, if I have 64 GPUs, I technically could have this image, you know, fully real time. So that's pretty exciting, and you know, I'm not your marketing person, so I can't say all the right words about go buy I think they're EGXs. Is that what they're called now? But like that's the spirit of it, right? Is that we can do these multi GPU setups, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, I got this stage I've kind of started to set up, but this is what I love is that I can actually light it this way. This like so much more interactive. I duplicated that. I think I'm gonna do. This is pretty moody.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. I like this.
Yeah. Check that out. I like how it's, see how we're like naturally getting that realistic effect. That's neat. I think go farther. Deeper. Deeper. Zach, feel free. If I keep talking and someone needs a question to answer, feel free to stop me. I might make that actually more shiny, so I can actually go to the property tab. Oop. Yeah, I can put a material on these. These actually I just have the basic material on these. Let me put something shiny. So.
Somebody asks, you can render with multiple GPUs for the final render. I think so, right? Yeah, because we.
In this? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it'll just be faster. Yeah.
Does that mean you could render crazy large resolutions with RTX at high samples?
Crazy high resolutions. I'll have to get back to you on that. I don't know how high of a resolution we go to. It's a good question.
Yeah.
But we should get back to you on that one. We do have Ansel integrated, which lets you do the what is that method where it actually like snaps a bunch and then composites them together into a big image.
It's like
we have
our
Ansel
super
integrated.
best.
I haven't personally tried that in a cinematic sense. That might actually require some minor Python coding to do that, but that's a good question, which I do not have an answer for right now. Sorry. Really good questions today, though. I like it.
When there's can you touch on different workflows Machinima improves or can work for? I think collaboration's a really huge one that is sort of the focus for Omniverse. Being able to have multiple people working in the same scene or project across different tools, right?
Yeah, that's one of the biggest improvements. Something that, yeah, it's that ease of the lower friction movement between, going from the different connectors to Omniverse through USD. All right, so USD being that kind of standard where you can easily move stuff back and forth. I think that's one of the biggest benefits. And the collaboration. Oh man, I should have brought her in way earlier. She's in a little baby room. I think that's a pretty important piece. Just as a general statement. And we're just keeping and improving this. Kit as a whole also has a ton. Like I said, it's all Python based. So your kind of ability to generate new workflows is pretty enhanced. I think that's kind of one of the amazing things about Kit is that ability to kind of generate extensions through Python that you can use with your other users. Anything that you think you can need to do, if you got a Python programmer, you can probably do it. We've got a lot of new features coming up, which I'm hoping will show in different streams too. Which is related to like we've got the latest crate has material graphs and action/omni graphs, which are they're roughly analogous to like something like Blueprint. I do see some of the chat mention that you could also export. You could also create your scenes in here, and I can take them to UE4, or I can take them from UE4 and move them here. I guess it's UE now, right? I don't consider them like completely separate products, right? The whole point of Omniverse is to work inside the tool that works best for you. So if you want to do your look dev in UE4 and put your sequence together in Omniverse Kit or Machinima, you can do that. Inversely, you can do the same thing the other way, right? You can use Create to aggregate your content. So the Omniverse and Create to aggregate your content, put it together, make a cool scene, and then push it to UE4. That's completely acceptable too. That's what I have always kind of dreamed of, right? Was that ability to work wherever I feel like it, and that's
Yeah.
as an artist, like that was always my kind of my dream. So that's what I'm trying to help create with Omniverse. It's kind of that thought process. All right. I need to find my dance real quick. I could have done a cooler stage. I'm sorry. I was so deep in conversation. But
Valuable.
I do like
Valuable.
her little thing there. Okay. So she's gonna boom, 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 boom. So let me get her. Any more artistic feedback?
It's very red.
It's very red. No. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Zach. Gosh dang it.
Just
Let's make another color here.
complement her armor. Make it do like a violet-y, bluish purple.
If you say so.
How does that look with a missive? As an emissive, it might just look weird.
Oof. We got a lot of light in here now. Let's cut it out. Cut it out.
What does black emissive do? Just
You have ruined my stage, Zach. I appreciate it. Here,
that's what I do.
Let me get a better color on there. Yeah. Never oversaturate. Zach, never oversaturate. Oh my gosh. I'm going to make this really nuts just because
we can.
It sounds fun.
Because we're adults.
That's right. Okay, we're going to start the dance up right at about here. I think I'm going to have her... I'm gonna do like a camera that kind of like orbits around her or something like that.
I did a 360 thing, Matrix.
Yeah, but I think what I'm gonna do is, because I kind of showed that already. I'm gonna put one right here, and it's going to like rotate or something. So add a key.
We got any plans for expanding the Soul family? Any Soul baby coming up?
Soul baby. No comment.
It's almost what we could have made. What was it? Euclid, little robot guy.
Yeah. I'm locked to viewport. Use selection. I'm gonna select group. Add keyframe. I'm gonna turn from some slurp to linear. So actually, this is real good real quick. I do want to kind of show this. I'm going to make this, I'm going to spin the heck out of this thing, all right? We're at about 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 revolutions. If you're on slurp, you see you only get like one rotation. You're like, what the crap? Where's my awesome rotation? That's on purpose. That's how the slurp works. If you just go linear,
spin for days.
Yeah, hold on. I gotta check them all to linear. Now I gotta sit here and I had auto key on. Gosh dang it! See, I told you. Gotta be careful with that auto key. Spin it for days and have it on linear, and now he's gonna be. Oh man, he's having a good old time. I'm sorry, Solette. I'm not doing you justice. It's all my fault. So let's do a key. This is
nice.
Not good. This is not good, folks. That's what happens at the end of the stream. And you're like, I can't make anything cool, and I'm just gonna Hail Mary it.
You see, you mess around during a work meeting, and you come up with something pretty cool. you put on the spot to do it on a Twitch stream, and it's like, all right, how do I
Well,
Or-
I hope I'm getting my point across about the lighting though, because I mean this is where it gets really neat. Being able to see all those reflections kind of accurately done. I mean, one thing that really needed to happen in here, if I was to make this stage complete, is obviously I need better colors on my walls. I could have gone to this straight, right? Now that's going to be obviously a lot kind of cooler if it's in this kind of hall of reflections type of thing. Let me go ahead and apply that material here. What was he? We got a lot of materials in the stage.
And on top of just doing like, a cool cinematic like actually rendering that out without Omniverse, like aside from setting all this up, is you got the work of like, well, I'm going to spend a week now rendering this.
Yeah. Yeah. Shoot, we have 3 minutes left. I said I was going to get some fire in this, and I don't think I'm going to. So I guess we'll have to wait for next time to do some cool fire. You know what?
You're just, oh God.
I can do it.
The fire.
I can do it. Let me
Dane, I believe.
Okay.
You're the Machinima Navigator.
Yeah. All right. So you go to edit. No, just kidding. You go to the extension browser. You make sure you find flow. Turn it on. Let me make an X form. This is key. And I'm going to put it under this cube. And I'm going to zero it out because I don't know where the heck that X form was. I'm going to put it in the middle, and then we can just hit create, flow, presets, fire. And I should. Stuff on that. I can fix it. Give me a second.
We technically have fire.
But I attached it to that animated prim. It was very rude. So let's put it here, maybe. Let's duplicate it so we have 2 fires.
Dancing fire.
Did it? That's how we end it. That's how we end every stream with fire. All right, so Zach, your camera's off again. That was
oh, hi, at me.
So that was Machinima stream number 2, kind of showing off where we're at right now, and what we can potentially do. Yeah, hold on, I gotta go back to that camera real quick because I just love it. Fire. One more time. All right, sorry. I got carried away. So thanks for coming out to this one. Like I said, next time I'm going to try to do some collaborative stuff. Maybe show, we'll probably have a new version released by then, so we can show some whatever cool stuff happens in the new version. Last time we showed audio to face integration with Machinima. We didn't show that today because we have Soul and Solette, and they don't have a face to animate. But we'll try to get the whole 9 yards going again. Zach, you got any parting words? We had a lot of really great questions in the chat.
Yeah,
So
I appreciate
that.
You guys showing up, putting questions in, having us answer, and just hang out. It's fun to do these, and we'd like to keep doing them.
Yep. So thanks everybody. Make sure you check out all that cool SIGGRAPH stuff that's coming up, and thanks for watching. Bye.
Yep. See you guys. Thanks.